Yo, what's up? What's up? What's going down, everyone? What's good? Let me know you can hear me. Let me know you see screen. Let me know we're all good. So let me know in the chat. Gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started already. We got some friends coming on the show today, and it's gonna be a good one. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna share the StreamYard link here. All right, so Mike V got our co-host in the building. I went ahead and dropped that link. Right, Shay, I need to get this right here. I only notice when going to live stream. But yeah. What's up, Mike V? Let's look at the comments real quick. Said it's a red Friday today. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, we got Jonah, Trader Glow in the house. Effects. Sweet, sweet. So here's the StreamYard link. Mike V, I see you already in the waiting room, or the green room as they call it. I'm gonna bring y'all in. We're gonna have Neo, Jonah. We're gonna have a dope panel. Maybe Human gonna pop in. It's a family meeting, right? Like DMA. But today we're gonna talk about getting to the bag, right? All right, but today I called it intentional success. And what I wanted to talk about is exactly that: being intentional in your actions, in your plan, in your goals, in your actions, being so intentional in it that you can't help but get results. You can't help but progress every day. And that's a trait that I've seen amongst successful traders, and not just successful traders, just people who are successful in life in general. They're intentional in what they do, right? There's none of this happens by chance. Life just doesn't happen to you. And I'm not saying you're going to know your full purpose overnight. I'm not saying that you got it all figured out. You have your roadmap laid out and you're going to know every act to take. But it's a finesse, right? It's a grace that you have to have as a master alchemist or manifester. So one of the skills is just being in tune with yourself, knowing what you want, what the universe is presenting to you, and how to capitalize off of that. So that's what I mean, like being flexible in your purpose. Like for me, I never planned on being a trader in Forex. I just always wanted to be in business and create art. But when I needed to find capital, I kind of fell into this and I went with it and I became a trader. So that's part of it, but you do need to set off with intention. And so that's kind of the topic for today. We're going to go ahead and look at the charts as well. We got some good traders up in here, and we'll kind of just review what the market did. We can look over some setups if y'all want. But more importantly than that, I just wanted us to chill, get on this panel together and have a conversation. So with that said, I'm going to start bringing up our guests. We got and you see StreamYard link right there. Go ahead and join. This is for everyone. I want a full panel. We need to hash out shit. We need a mastermind. So let's go ahead and we got Mike V in the house, and we got the Jedi legend himself, master trader, Neil Jones in the building.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, sounds good, mate. How you doing?
All right, I've never used this before, mate, so you have to bear with me. You right?
Yeah, you're all good. No, this is actually it. You're perfect. So
yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. You're delayed on my PC, which is really strange. Trying to get
try to ignore that if you can.
Yeah, strange.
Did StreamYard bring up a link that's not delayed for you? A stream?
Is it called StreamYard? Is it?
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, I've clicked all that, and because I run it through my phone, because I've got no sound card on my ATM, so I have to use my phone, if you like. So there's a slight delay with my PC, but it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, long as you can hear me in the combo when it's not weird.
Yeah.
So, how you doing today? I know it's been a busy week. I know
Yeah,
you've been up to a lot with Disciplined Trader. What's
yeah,
up?
it's been really busy on the group, hasn't it? I think really busy. But dude, they've killed it. I would say 90% of the people in there have killed it this week. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying it's my group, but they have genuinely killed it without my help, which is really good. Obviously, I've called a couple of trades out which have come in absolute bangers, but it's really nice to see people win, you know. And you know what I'm like in the group. I'm
Why
a
don't you
bit
tell everyone about your group, because it's
okay.
new and a lot of people don't know that you're actually accepting students now. So,
Yes. So I decided to go alone and set up a group, and it's only been set up a couple of weeks. And I've got existing students that I've brought in and a couple of new guys that have come in, and I've just took it up another another notch. And I'm not pushy, but I have strict rules in the group, and these strict rules can really accelerate you on another level, if you like. So I'll only have people that are willing to learn and willing to turn up. Because believe it or not, I do get people pay me, and I've kicked them out the group in the end because they don't even bother, they don't even bother like contributing. And that frustrates me because you're paying good money and people don't want to learn. And it's really strange to me that. So, but it's all about discipline, isn't it? That's what trading is. It's discipline, and the discipline is your risk management, your timekeeping. That's really important to me. That people are there on time, and just genuinely contributing with their charts. And nobody is going to make fun of your charts. I've made that very clear, and that's the only way you learn, isn't it? But there are some awesome traders in there, including yourself, that we can pick the bones of certain charts for people, and they seem to go away and take that in, and they come back even stronger. But it's been going 2 weeks, but oh dude, the pips this week has been incredible. So really pleased with it at the minute. But
you got a pip count for us?
I wouldn't know. I've got to sit down and do it. But like yesterday, I literally had a day of trading by myself, being a little bit selfish, if you like, and I hit 27% in a day. And throughout the week I've hit more percent than that. So that's what you can get with my group. It's all about risk to reward and getting nice tight stop losses within reason. Depends what time frame it is, and letting trades flow, and they really flow, don't they? So but yeah, it's going really well, actually. It's better than I thought.
Why do you even want to teach people? Because I know personally you're loaded over there killing the market. I mean, what is it that's making you want to bring other people along with you?
Well, do you know, this might sound really silly, but I like to go to like Starbucks or McDonald's, and I saw a young lad, right, being interviewed within the restaurant. I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, dude, what are you doing? Why do you want to be on peanuts an hour? Go to university, or come trading where you can, where your earnings unlimited, really, isn't it? Let's be honest. If you've got a big funded account, and I look at that and I think, why not give people that chance? I struggled for 2.5 years, I think it was, and if I knew what I know now back then, I wouldn't have lost 30 grand. So,
well, you made that back this week, I'm sure. So,
oh yeah, absolutely.
You see, guys, you might go through the struggle, but once you get it, you can make that back, right?
Yes. Oh, do you know, I've had a student for quite some time, and he's actually in your Winlife. Can't pronounce his. can't pronounce his name. Is it Vin? Is it Vin? V-I-N? Begins with V-I-N.
You just call him Vin. That's the
Okay,
brother
Vin.
from Brazil.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's him. And I'm so pleased for him because he's doing really, really, really well. This week, he's just gone boom, accelerated. And I think it's almost like, hopefully it's clicking in for him, you know, because there's.
And I can tell you, I've been in Zooms one-on-one with him, and he's someone who journals everything. He has a system where he takes screenshots. He knows his exact number. He's very organized. So
yes, you have to be. You have to be in trading, mate. You know, if you're not organized, then go and get a job at McDonald's. But but it, like I say, it's all about discipline, and I'm not strict in there. I suppose I am a little bit, maybe a bit too much, but I just want people to do well. That's all it is. It's nothing offensive, nothing sinister. You know, I'll call people out in the group where, you know, I myself and other top end traders in there expect to see not trades but charts. Just draw your charts. Let us help you. You know, why struggle by yourself? Why be silent? You know, and that's not about what my group's about. I want people speaking up. You know, and you're not going to get shot down for it. That's not what it's about. But I feel if you kind of not force it, but if you kind of push someone out, they really come on. But I feel if you kind of not force it, but if you kind of push someone out, they really come on.
Jonah, mute your YouTube audio, I think.
They really come on.
Oh shoot.
Mute your YouTube audio, I think. There we go.
That was
Yo,
really
Jonah,
weird,
you there? Did I
mute you? Muted him now.
I'm sorry. How do I unmute you? Cannot unmute guests because they chose to mute themselves. Oh, try to unmute yourself. Okay. Cannot unmute guests because they chose to mute themselves. Oh, try to turn down YouTube.
I can hear you twice.
Oh, cannot unmute guests because they chose mute your YouTube stream. Oh, try to turn down YouTube. But you now, can I hear you? Yo.
Is that better?
Yes. There we go.
Bro, I was like, what is going on?
Yo, welcome, Jonah.
What's up, man?
Welcome, Ross, Mike.
Sure.
We got Traders Glow. Did I say that right?
Yeah, you said
Traders
that right.
Glow FX.
Yes,
we
sir.
got Discipline Trader. Got some heavyweights in here. So
who's it? Who's
that's Neo up there?
Yeah, Neo. Hey, bro. I was like, man, you don't look like Neo, boy. You don't look like the guy that.
No, I like to hide behind a screen, pal. You know.
Boy,
so how's everyone doing? How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing really good, man. How about yourself?
Doing well. I'm happy to get the panel going and get some heavyweights on here. How was your trading week? How's the group coming along?
The group is coming along, man. And you know as much as I do, like, you know, being a teacher is not easy, man. It's definitely, you got to be on your P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? Started off with the trading week pretty well, and then, you know, ran into some slumps throughout the way, and then, you know, yesterday and today I got it all back. You know what I'm saying? Plus up some, so that's good, man.
I'm glad to hear.
Yeah, I just hate, like, you know, I'm just kind of switching from what I used to do to, like, really, like, now, like what you're doing, like, you know, just sitting there on a 1 hour, 4 hour waiting on break and retest. Because it's just something about, like, you know, trying to do everything off the 15-minute and, like, trying to enter just off the hour time frame. It just, you know, it can get really messy. You know what I'm saying? So them limit orders come in clutch, bro.
Yeah, you're getting it. This is an amazing moment for me because Neo and Jonah were both my students, and now, you know, they're coaching other traders, and actually Neo coaches me. So this is a very full circle moment.
Yo, bro, I see Neo be killing it, bro. I'm like, yo, dude, what are you looking at, bro? Like on a 5 minute, like you waiting for some little scribbly line just to drop, and then you get in or something?
Hey, you got to join disciplined traders.
I don't know. I just see things that other traders don't, I suppose, and try and implement that training to other people. That's it.
Right. I mean, literally, man, it looks like you kind of you're kind of doing what I used to do, and I wasn't consistent in it. I'm guessing it's just because like it involves a lot of you like just really studying the charts and making sure that you're on your P's and Q's when it comes to like, you know, understanding like, you know, the manipulation, buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, all that stuff, you know. But yeah, man, those entries, man, are pretty dope that you be having, man.
Yeah, it's all about liquidity, isn't it? You follow the money.
Yep.
You'll find your entries. That's my kind of trading. That's where I've moved over to, where I get more success following the money. But yeah, once you master it, like you say, it's like a job, isn't it? It's a job, day in, day out type of thing. But since I've been doing disciplined trader, I haven't been able to trade as much, and I'm like, oh, okay, I need to get trading. So I had a day off yesterday. Well, I was saying to Elwin, I got a bit selfish yesterday, and I just literally switched everything off and just traded just for most of the day, and it's good, real good. So
that's good. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man, because like, you know, the bad thing with me is I'm trading while I'm working. You know, I work at a computer desk and I'm doing phone calls, and sometimes I get up and everything, but I hate being distracted while I'm trading, you know, and that's why the limit orders comes in clutch now. Like at first, at one point, I was thinking about like maybe I should just wake up 6 a.m. like I always been doing, start scalping the mess out the market. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Elwin, there was one point, bro. This dude shared I think it was, I'm not sure if NZD-CHF or it was an NZD pair. This dude swung it on the weekly. Like, it was like 3,000 pips or something like that, bro.
Oh yeah, I've had those open for ages. I don't even know how many pips it is,
bro.
But yeah, it's been going a long time. It's not actually off the daily. It's not actually traded off the daily. It's actually traded off the 1 hour and just held it. But if you can read higher time frame structure, it's game over. Game over. Too many people only trade 15 minutes and that's it.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's a form of gambling.
Yeah.
I do not care what anyone says. All these smart traders that trade 1 minute, how many losses do they have until they hit that 10%? And it's no good for funded accounts. You have to look at the higher time frame, because if you don't, you're gambling.
That's right.
Gambling. So my trading it can be 1 minute. It just depends what mood I'm in. But I do like 15 minutes. I like entering on the 15. It's nice and smooth.
Yeah.
I think that's where and I can still get really good tight stops.
But when you're entering on a 15, you have still done your higher time frame work always, right?
Yeah, it's like the GU video I put on the group, Elwin, where I did an analysis on it. Do you remember? I think it was start of the week.
Last week.
It played absolutely perfectly into the order block, which it's doing at the minute. And like next week, we're going to look to trade it back up. So if you can read order blocks on high time frames, that really makes your trading easier as well.
Right.
But if you're guessing like high time frame analysis, it just makes your job easier, because you know when you start Monday morning, you know exactly what you want to look for. Yeah. So I predict the GU will buy at some point next week. So you just wait, don't you? You wait for for your entries, if you like. And I think I also do my analysis on Sunday, so I'm prepared for the week as well.
Right.
If you don't do analysis the day before you trade, you're just rushing into something, and you open up the laptop on Monday morning and it's rush. You should be writing everything down. Like I write everything down. I don't know about anyone else, but I write everything down and I know exactly what I'm looking for, and that makes it easier as well.
Yeah.
So
That's like the same thing I do. I do the Sunday analysis, and then when I get home from work, it's like around that time, like 5 o'clock. So it's like Asian time, it's about to start. And so I start doing analysis before the next day. I think a lot of people, they trip up when they just open up the laptop, like you're saying. It's like, just look for a trade. But when you're doing a hand time before, you're preparing yourself for what might happen,
Yeah. If you're looking for it too much, I just, for me anyway, I just don't, I feel like, oh no, it's not going to work. Right. But I just prepare myself from, especially for the traders in the group as well, because they're kind of not relying on me, but they're almost like, well, you got to give them direction, haven't you?
You're the leader.
Yeah, and it's pulling them up from the trenches and getting them onto your level, and it's like this week, dude, I've dragged some of them dudes through, kicking and screaming type of thing. And then I booted one out because didn't reply, but he's due back in Monday. But that's how you have to be, If you want to learn it this badly, you will put your time and effort in. I mean, the excuses I have is crazy, where my missus won't let me, or my missus is funny, or I go to work. Oh, okay, you go to work, it's 8 hours. You sleep 8 hours, at 16 hours. Still 8 hours left in 24-hour day. So
I'm sorry, I just heard a bunch of excuses. That's all I heard.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What was that? I got a little itch in my ear. But 1 hour a day, that's all you need. And I've had people tell me, I haven't got enough time to trade. You can trade 4 hours with a full-time job. Bottom line. Bottom line, I did it. I had to do it, when I was working. I had no choice. But looking at your phone every 4 hours or your laptop, it's perfect. Perfect. And then once you go full-time, once you get funded, if you like, you get your full-time income, you can start getting drifted into the lower time frames then, and being an intraday trader.
Yeah.
Just depends what you want to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's levels to this. But I will say I do observe like a natural progression as traders evolve, where when they start, they're like, oh, I could be on the 1 minute, I can be on the 15 minute. And then eventually they get tired of getting, crapped on by the market. And they say, oh, I'm gonna stick to the 1 hour. I'm gonna stick to the 4 hour. And that's when you start to get it. But then you start to see like the banks or the hedge funds, and they're trading the daily, the weekly. So, it's a progression, man.
Yeah, that's it. I think the biggest problem with traders is they hop from strategy to strategy. That's a big problem. I'll just include this and I'll just include that. Dave on my group tried to insert something into my group, and I was like, dude, don't even try that, because you're going to start confusing people. Especially newbies. They're going to go, well, that wasn't in the trading view Neo said, and how come he's in? So you've got to keep it really strict, haven't you? If everyone's on the same trading plan, like they are in my group, everyone wins, and everyone understands why they've took that trade. So I'm not saying that everyone's going to trade my way, because you put your own little sauce on it, don't you, or you spin. But if you're on the same wavelength, everyone's trade should look similar.
It's crazy to me, like my NJ trade, because I have my own strategy, but I also learned your strategy over the last 5 months. Well, your strategy is kind of evolved, but your latest solidify one, I've been studying that since you dropped it, bro, like as your beta tester. But for me personally, I didn't incorporate it into my plan because I have 2 setups, and I never even took any of your setups all this time until last week. And it wasn't that I didn't believe in it, I didn't know what was going on, but for me, I can't just strategy hop. So I had to study, get it down, and then mend it within my setup. And now it's crazy that I can spot a trade, see your setup, and see my setup, and tell it through both eyes. And that's actually the magic part. When for something like that happens for me, it's just lights out. So, but it's a lot of work and organizing thoughts and concepts.
Yeah. Well, they say once you see it, you cannot unsee it. It's true, that is. I really do believe in that. But no, I'm hoping to get some traders on my group funded as well. I know there's a couple going for it. One of them's passed, which is Raf. He's doing really, really well. And then I think some of the guys are on demo. I know Imi's, he was close, wasn't he? And then he had a bit of a bad day, I think, where he took his eye off the ball a bit, you know. And then what it is just take that student aside and just make them focus, you know.
Yeah.
Get the mindset back to where they were. I think he's about £850 off from passing the £70,000 FTMO. Just, you know, that much, and then a lapse of concentration goes to pot. And that's why your mindset has to be on ball. On ball.
Yeah. And you know, it's kind of like, you know, you got to trade that, you know, you got to trade that funded account like it's already your live account, you know. And I think, you know, a lot of people, they come to the market and they say, hey, I want this funding account. They treat the demo account like, hey, I got to hurry up and pass this thing real quick because I want that money. But then they end up, because I've done it plenty of times, and end up blowing it, and end up blowing it again, right? And then you're like, oh, because I have 100K, 200K, you say, oh, I can over leverage and not do all this stuff. But then all of a sudden, you catch yourself paying more than you're supposed to be, like, you know, saving. And then you look at these trades and you're like, all I got to do is just be patient, wait on my setup, and all I can do is just like make sure I have proper risk management, and I may be able to pass this thing. Like I tell my group all the time, if you're failing because you're trusting your setup and you're doing what you're supposed to do, then you're succeeding. You know, it's just, you might need to tweak your strategy a little bit if you're consistently doing something that you know you're not supposed to be doing, right? But like in my group, like there's a couple of trades I put out there that I didn't take, skyrocketed like 150 pips, and I'm just sitting here like kicking myself in the head, like I'm mad, you know. But I'm like, why would you be mad when you sit here, gave an analysis to probably your students who probably took it and who caught 150 pips, even if you didn't, to know that, you know, your strategy is actually working, right? So my issue was I would come to the trading Forex. I remember having a 20K account, I think probably like 3 months ago. I violated the account because I was trading 2 accounts and I was like, crap, I accidentally over leveraged on this one. So I hit the, you know, daily drawdown. So I put a 5.00 on a 20K, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dummy, right? Bad boy failed. I would have made 5,000 off of Australian US dollar that one day. And I'm just sitting here kicking myself. So then I started, you know, processing demo accounts, going to demo account, just trying to like hurry up and get it back. And I'm sitting here saying, why am I doing this? Like, why do I feel like I have to rush back into something knowing that I easily passed the funded account? So I had to take a break, step back, and I literally like just got back to the ball game. I even switched my whole strategy up. Like when I start seeing Elwin's like breaking retests, I'm saying, bro, like we got the same setup, bro. Like what the heck? You know what I'm saying? Like I just started getting really excited. But
I think everyone tries the same. You just put your own spin on it. That's all it is.
Right. Yeah. And all I do is tell my students, like, look, I might be a teacher, but I make mistakes too. And I'm still on a certain journey. Like one thing about the pressure, and you know this, Elwin, about being an artist too. Like one thing about the pressure is when you're a leader in something, there's so much pressure on you because everybody's expecting you to do it right. Right. But like I started my new Instagram group, my new Instagram page on, you know, Traders Glow FX, and I like shared my loss. Like at first,
I saw that. You know, I like that post. I like that you did that.
Right. Because I feel like, you know, if I don't share my losses, everybody gonna think I'm 100% winning. How many times as a trader I've seen, you know, groups where they're just 100% winning. Then when I join their group, you're like, dang, bro, I'm losing like half of the percent of the time, you know? So it's just one of those things where I'm like, I'm not rushing my accounts. Like I'm about to pass one of my first phase on my, you know, one of my accounts, and my other account, I just got it back up to break even, and I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is from there.
Yeah.
Yo, Mike V, you up in here, bro? Ross?
Yes, I am.
How you doing?
Doing good. Good stuff today in the panel.
Yeah, man.
We need you to cam up one of these days. I need the co-host with the cam.
What? I actually need to do my hair? Come on.
Come on, man.
Hey, he's anonymous right now, Elwood boy.
So how was your
I'll
trading
get the
week?
camera. Don't worry. One of these days.
How did your trading week go, bro?
Pretty good. I did have some misses, which I'm kicking myself for. The biggest one was GBP USD. Yesterday, we had a webinar with GPG, and it was at 9 o'clock in the morning, and we were discussing GU, and I was like, "Look, I'm seeing like a big liquidity going down." GPG was like, "Well, it might actually go back up because of the 4-hour trap." And anyway, I stick to my analysis. I entered with a 20 pip stop loss. Literally, the next candle kicked me out. And then I just sat there watching it. And I'm like, it's after 11 o'clock my time. So, according to my plan, I should not trade at this point. And probably GPG is right. Because, like, he's my mentor, for crying out loud. And then it dumped 200 and whatever pips. So,
I think that's the same trade I took, Elwin, and I got kicked out of, and I was in sales, and then it dumped 200 plus pips. We took the same trade, bro.
Yeah, but whatever, you know. C'est la vie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back next
other
week.
than that, everything's well.
Good. Yeah, that is the business in a nutshell. My one advice for you, Mike, is just stick to your guns. And it's tough when your mentor or your coach will see something different, or it might conflict with what you're doing. But yeah, just take the trade, keep it moving, bro. That's something I really learned with you, Neo. Just we don't even care about these trades. No. Like, we don't get emotional, no sad emoji, no tear emoji. Just take the trade. Come on.
I'm just ruthless. I just don't care. Basically, you've got to be like that. If you start crying about a trade you lost, then what's the point? Because that starts to affect your brain, your mindset, everything. So you got to work like a robot, right? I mean, I've lost like four on the bounce, but I haven't changed anything because I believe in my own strategy, my own trading plan. And then another one's come in, and I've cleared all them losses and got loads more. So having losses is part of trading, in my opinion. Long as at the end of the week you're up, that's what matters. Yeah. So,
do you ever get discouraged or
business?
What'd you say, Mike?
It's a cost of doing business.
Well, yeah, you should treat Forex like a business. Shouldn't be like a hobby. It should be a passion as well. It should be your own business where you turn up. I don't know, if you do London Open, you should be there half an hour before, getting ready. Some people just jump on at 8:05, and you think, well, dude, London Open 5 minutes ago. Snooze, you lose.
Yeah,
but
that's like showing up to a game. It's like showing up to a matchup and you didn't practice, you didn't game plan. You just, I'm ready. You didn't even stretch. Yeah. You just showed up on the court, on the field.
I tell you what it's like. It's like if you go for a job, right, and you've got to open up at 9 o'clock in the morning, and you turn up at 9 o'clock, and everyone's screaming at you in the shop or whatever it is. You should be there at 10 to, right, ready to go. But that's just me, I've run a business, so I'm quite strict. But it's the worst thing you can do, in my opinion, if you're just jumping in and, rushing into things and stuff. So it's all about discipline, That's it. Discipline.
Have you been noticing like certain characteristics in traders that are succeeding since you started teaching? I know you just started the group, but are you noticing certain personality traits? Because I've kind of noticed certain, traits in people, and I'm like, yeah, they can be successful, or yeah, they have the mind for this. And then like on the contrary.
Yeah, there's quite a few in the group where I feel maybe in even a month's time, they're going to be at a level that, they can disconnect their own job. And that's what we want to do it for, isn't it? We want to get rid of that rat race. No one wants to do the rat race, surely. Work for the government, because that's what you're doing. Work for yourself. The earnings are uncapped. It's crazy. It's the best job in the world, in my opinion. Best job in the world. And why wouldn't you want to learn that? Why? You get some
I love
people.
video games. So to me, it's just like a video game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just love the challenge. I love the challenge of trying to beat the market maker. It's great. It's brilliant. So
yeah,
I think that's what makes you is you look for the challenge. You look to push yourself. And I think a lot of people who want to get in this business, they try to find like a foolproof method where you don't even have to think. You just say, oh, like, pattern recognition, all just gonna do this. But the market is dynamic. And I think for me, what's been a tool to make sure I don't get caught in pattern chasing is to always, and I learned this from you and Dylan, Dylan will say the accumulation is everything. Focus on the accumulation. And you just say the liquidity. Where's the money? Focus on the money. If you shift your mind to think like that and you frame your trading around it, it's gonna be so much more just great, because one, like, you're in line with the banks, or you're attempting to go in line with the banks, and then two, it gives you that confidence, because when price action is doing something, it can throw you off. But if you're like, no, the order was placed off here, they mitigated it, they're just playing around, that understanding can just bring like a higher level of comfortability, and like just to give you the space to do what the hell you need to do, because that's the only way you're going to be consistent. Like, anyone can have a hot week, get lucky, snipe a trade, catch a top, and it goes well. But how are you going to grind it in and day out and make it sustainable?
That's the challenge, isn't it? You've got to have the meat and bones. You've got to do it Monday to Friday. Can you do it? Can you get in there and pull money out the market? See, when I see a massive expansion on 4-hour above timeframes, I'm like, you're having it in a couple of days, or wherever it is, when it comes to my point of interest. And I love that. But you see some traders, they've got expansion, let's jump on quickly, because they're not prepared. They haven't got a trading plan. So and that's where the money is. If you see big moves in the market, that's where they're shifting the cash. So if you can follow that, it's game over. Really is.
I even challenged myself, like, honestly, like, I started to challenge myself, like, what are some other reasons you want to, be financially free? I mean, it's easy to get caught up in, wanting to be this full-time trader, make your money, be free, and go to the beach, do all the stuff you want to do. But like, if I only got one life to live, like, what are some other things that are greater than just you being free and you doing whatever you want to do, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. And so it's like, when you start trading now, you're like, okay, I can really help people. I can help my community. I can help others in need. I could build companies, blah, blah, blah. And then you start realizing, Forex is more serious than I thought it was. It's not just something that I'm just trying to make money off of, right? Because I heard this saying before, like, when you die, somebody's going to inherit your money. So what are you going to do with it, right? And I was like, when you think about that, you're like, oh, dang, that's true. It ain't going to be yours forever. So what are you going to do to leave that, legacy, that impact? So whatever you left behind, somebody is going to one day pick up, of course, a family member, for sure. And that way, when you're trading, it keeps you from gambling. It keeps you from over trading, over leveraging, because you start realizing, oh man, if I'm starting to get back into that pattern, then I might not want this as much as I think I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm just really trading based off of emotion and greed and what I want out of life versus how much of a helpful person I can be to somebody in life, and of course, supplying myself. I mean, think about it. If one of your family members gets sick, they can't cover a bill, and you got all the money in the world to cover that bill. Like, imagine how much of a blessing you will be as a family member. You know what I'm saying? It's just like little stuff like that keeps me in check to know when I'm trading, I'm not just doing this for myself. I'm doing it for my family, my friends, and people who are in need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've got a close circle of friends that I'll help.
Yeah.
Because they deserve it. You see them go out to work every day, grafting. I know someone very close to me that he works to pay his bills, and I said to him, buy an FTMO, I'll pass it for you, but you got to learn it.
Yeah.
And he's got that extra bit of money now, per week. He has up and down days, but he's consistent, and that's the main thing. But you can pass or help someone close to you, why not? So,
and I also recommend for all the traders that are listening, I remember who was the one that was talking about strategy hopping? Was it both of y'all?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Because I remember I used to kill strategy hopping, and it used to kill me like crazy. But that's all the way back then. But it's one of those things where I think people are strategy hopping too because they're not satisfied with taking L's, with taking losses. They see one little loss and they're like, oh crap, I gotta switch this strategy up. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Hold on. Sorry.
Okay.
It's all good.
Who are you talking to, Alexa?
Well,
I didn't know what that was then. It's like a robot or something, isn't
it? So the whole strategy hopping and everything. I tell people like this, I'm like, what is your strategy? I even tell the people in my group, I'm like, you don't have to follow my strategy. Just like when you look at my videos, just look at how I see my strategy, how I take my setups, how I trust my setups, and I take action, right? Because a lot of people aren't taking action with their setups. And when they take an action, they're catching a falling knife or they buying at an all-time high. And I'm like, is that your strategy? No. So why are you doing that? They're just, why are you chasing the market? You're doing exactly what the market wants you to do, is chase, right? And when I'm telling you, man, I used to do it too, but when I see other traders do it, it's so aggravating. I'm not gonna say, I see this guy in my group, and I don't know how naive he is to the market, but for some reason he passed his count doing this. But this dude will see the market buy way up, and he's like, I'm entering right here at the very tippy top of the buy candle, where it's you have 2 1-hour bullish candles. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? You're about to mess yourself up trading like that. And so I also realized that a lot of people just don't trust their own setups. They don't trust their strategy. They don't trust their setups. And so my advice is, what is it that you want to trade? How do you want to trade? Stick with it. And if it doesn't work within a month or two, okay, then you can change it up. But don't change it up just because, I took an L here, took an L here. You're going to have losing weeks, whether you like it or not. But
those people are not doing the work, because if they were, they would be back testing that strategy repeatedly. And I know it takes a discipline, but to test a strategy to see if it works, you need a large sample size, at least 30, 20. You can't just take 3 trades and it seems like that those people are not doing the work, man.
They're not, man. And I had one good example. It's a guy named Tony in my group, and he blown so many accounts, and he feels so down. Sometimes he'll get quiet in the group, and I'm like, look, keep your head up, man. It's going to happen, but we need to fix something. He hit me up. He said, hey, man, can we back test together? Man, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a student who can humble himself and say, can we back test together? I said, yeah. Start back testing together. Look, Elwin Neo, he showed me his strategy. He showed me exactly where he would enter the market. And I'm sitting here scratching my head. I said, okay, so why are you blowing your account? And he was like, because I'm entering all the way up here, all the way down here. I was like, so basically you're not sticking to your trading plan. But when we back test your trading plan, it's like 90% win rate. What are you doing? And he's like, I don't know, man. You're not trusting your setup, and you're not being busy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy. That sounds crazy.
Reacting emotional, because those candles elicit a emotional response out of people, and you got to check it.
Yep. I tell somebody, like, if you're in a big buy trend, when it's selling, train your mind to say, I want it to sell so I can buy. You know, you're not going to go to a shoe place and it's going to be $250 when the person might say, hey, you know, you can get a discount the next month and only pay $50. Nah, I want to pay $250.
And I know people like that. Broke ass hood people. I'm sorry. Oh, man.
Well, you better go to deal with that money, boy. He making all the money, boy.
Man, I turned everything into an investment in my life. Everything. My shoes, I buy them at the low, and they're gonna have a resale. You know, like I ain't paying them. You know. But yeah. So Mike, you there?
Yep.
Did you have any questions for our guests while we got them? Want to pick their brain?
I'm enjoying the knowledge. This is very nice.
I'm enjoying it too. So yeah, it's nice to have just two different perspectives, two different traders. Well, four of us. Yeah, I didn't really have much to really go over today. I was just talking about the topic was intentional success. And I think we kind of indirectly talked about that. Basically, just having intention in everything you do, making a plan, right? Trading plan, life plan, goals for your future, and executing a plan, revising it if things don't work. We talked about operating in your purpose, right? This is something Neo and Jonah were talking about, your why. And Neo was relating it to his family, his friends, as well as Jonah. And I think in Jonah, you said something very critical, is that when you're kind of like, you know, wailing in the wind and, you know, trading, and you're just kind of like, why am I doing this again? Because you're just on your grind. You remind yourself and you rest back in your purpose, right? Like, I'm doing this for my family, for my future, for my legacy, for my freedom, for my legacy. I'm just like Freedom Legacy Podcast by Jonah on Spotify now. But yeah, so I think that's so important too, because for me too, I'll get kind of just sidetracked and make it all about me and my ego. And if I find myself wanting a trade to work out because it's going to make me feel good about myself, that's usually when that's like my barometer that I'm in my feelings. And I think just reseating back in your purpose is crucial for your trading, just to keep you on track. And, you know, maybe that morning when you don't want to get up and you're like, I'm tired, I'm just going to chill. You're like, nah, like I got people to take care of. I got goals. Like I have to do this. Like it's going to be that purpose that make you wake up every day. Like for me, like I'm on the West Coast, so I stay up all night to get in London. I sleep towards the end of London, and by New York Open, I'm already up to see the moves. And if I want to stay up for the whole session, I just take a nap in a day. But it's a lot of like juggling my time, and at times I am exhausted. Like my grandma, my girl are like, you look tired, like you're working so hard. And in between, like I do IT work for a company. I do the music. You know, Jonah, you're in the same fucking boat, bro. So you have to have a purpose to make it through this, or you're just gonna crumble. And it's deeper than just like, I want to succeed at trading. You know, we talk about God and, you know, our purpose on this earth. It really goes back to that. And the trading is just a means.
Yes, sir. And that's, it's funny you said it because, Trader Glow FX, that's what it's about. It's where traders, reflect their light of Christ. Of course, starting with me, me, Elwin, me being a believer, man, that's just always been my mindset to help people spiritually, of course, and, throughout this, financial journey. It's crazy that you said that, man, because like, I think the other pressure with myself that I put on myself is like, okay, I have to be this full-time trader. I'm like, well, not necessarily, Jonah. You can still work your job and still make a lot of money trading, and just use the work that use that money from what you're getting from work and invest in other places, and just like maybe pay off debt or whatever you need. I think also it really helps people to understand, just because you trade Forex full time doesn't mean you don't have to work a job. You're working a job, Elwin. I'm not sure, Neil, if you're doing that. I'm not sure if you are.
Neil don't work.
He's like, I ain't got to work no job. And I just want people to know who are working jobs. Like, don't feel like you got that account. I gotta hurry up and get out.
And think about like Warren Buffett has a job on a board. Like billionaires have jobs. It's just about what is the point of the position, right? Like it's not all got to be rat race. But if a job is just sucking out all your life, it's dead end, you hate it, you don't want to stay there. But if you need to grind it out till you can get to your next job or get your trading where you want to get, you have to do that. Because I don't know anyone who's going to succeed under all that pressure. And maybe Neo. Neo's he's the exception, but you have to be built different to really just sustain and not get down on yourself. So what I just want to make clear is that like all traders aren't going to be built for this or built like that. But what I want to articulate is we have to build ourselves up to where we want to be. And maybe you lack confidence. Maybe you shit on yourself and negative talk all the time. You hate your job, you're single, whatever. I'm not trying to put you down there, but that's okay. That's okay. Not everyone is born with it. Not everyone had the same upbringing. But you have to work on yourself. And it is a journey, but you can't just say, oh, this is just how I am. This is just how I'm going to be. Because people, I know it's just like a thing. Person say, well, my dad was stubborn. I'm stubborn too. And that's just that. And those are the people that don't grow. If you know where you're from, if you know your tendencies, you want to figure out how to get past it. And my biggest advice is the intention, but start hanging around people that's going where you want to go, or that's got the same mind. So that's why I want to do these these live streams, just to kind of get us all collaborating.
You should get rid of negative people in your life, because they just bring you down to the same level. Really do. Get rid. Yeah. Just have a close circle of friends. Close circle of friends who you trust with your life, and everyone can stay out there. You know what I mean? But one thing I do want to say, actually, if you're getting into trading, and too many people, I've seen it a lot, is people will get into trading and they're in a load of debt, right? Thinking that Forex could, get rid of this pressure they're under. And we all know when we get into trading, we shouldn't be trading with pressure. You know what I mean? So you got to have a plan of, if you are in debt, because it's a serious thing, debt, I've been there. It's horrendous. And it can get you down, it can give you panic attacks and stuff. You've got to have a plan, get a full-time job, plan it out, pay it off, but do your trading on the side. I've had a couple of students, unfortunately, that are in that position, and I've said, you're not for me, because you're going to end up failing, because they're like, I've got to trade, I've got to earn lots of money, I've got to pay these debts off, debts and debts and debts. Don't work, man. Don't work. No good.
Yeah. Usually those people just don't stick around.
Well, this is the problem, isn't it? They flick around. Yeah.
Mm.
But I was training a guy. I won't say his name, and he was. What can I say? He would win, lose type of thing. Yeah. You know, when you feel that he's nearly there, and I kept saying you're nearly there. You just have to stick to your plan. Stick to your plan, and it will change. And it just disappeared off the face of the earth. You know, when you think, why throw all that away? Now, to me, that's rushing everything, yeah, into getting consistent, in my opinion. And I can read people like a book. So to me, it was getting into trading as quickly as possible so you could have a millionaire lifestyle. And it really doesn't work like that, does it? Really doesn't work like that. You got to work from the bottom and up.
You got to make this your lifestyle for it to be a
Yes.
lifestyle. If that make any sense, like you can't just say, I'm a trader. This is my lifestyle. Like, no, you got to get used to getting up for London or staying up and looking at
I
charts.
drive my wife crazy because I'll be sat down watching telly. I'll be like, I need to do some back testing, and I'll get the laptop, and she's like, you're always back testing, you know. So it doesn't. Yeah, you could be consistent all you like, but never get too big headed. Never ever get too big headed, because you know, if you do, the market maker will come and eat you up.
Yeah.
You know, be
That'll
humble.
be like Kobe Bryant getting big headed after he won one championship, but he won 4 more. You know,
I feel you can be the best trader in the world, right? But I feel you learn something new every single day trading. That's how I look at it. So every day is like a school day for me, and you'll never stop learning.
Yeah,
that's the
Never stop
mindset of
learning.
a master.
Never be complacent. Yeah, never be complacent ever, because I think we've all been there. We're all the, you know, ooh, big high and mighty. I'm gonna go fuck the market maker up, and he ends up fucking you. So
yeah,
you know, but never get complacent with trading.
yeah.
I've made that mistake, and whew, that's a lot of money. A lot of money. So, but
that really goes for anything in life.
Yes.
Got a question.
And if you're not growing, you're dying.
Yeah. Got a question for you guys. So I used to trade one pair, and Elwin, you know, AU used to be my bae. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure a lot of traders get caught up in the, should I trade one pair? Should I trade all pairs? Should I trade multiple pairs? You know, I used to trade one pair, but after doing the whole break and retest strategy, that's pretty simple for me. I started just trading all pairs again. And for some reason, that's been like, you know, very helpful. What is your advice on trading one pair, like one currency, versus, you know, multiple currencies or just all currencies? Like, have you seen a shift in your focus when you trade less pairs or more pairs?
Go for it, Neil.
I think if you're new, you should be concentrating on a maximum of 2 pairs. And get to know the behavior of that pair and make it your baby, you know. And then once you start getting consistent, you start adding pairs, you know, to it. That's what I did. Just concentrating on one pair. There wasn't as much trades, but I think you can get overwhelmed, can't you, with lots and lots of pairs. And you're toing and throwing and toing and throwing, and then your concentration levels just go to pot. So you just gotta like babysit 2 pairs, probably GU, EU, the easiest ones out there, really. And then when you start getting a big boy, you can get on some other pairs. But I mean, personally, I trade quite a few pairs. But that's how I started. Yeah.
I agree 100% with everything Neo said, and I think once you're ready to look at more pairs, go for it. And
Yeah.
I told you that about 2 weeks ago that you were ready, right? I know your own man now, but I still got to be a little mentor here sometimes. So I think you're ready for that. But I think part of it is just once you have your system, so important. You have that system down, you have your strategy down. Why not look at other pairs? Because to me, the more pairs you look at, the more opportunity you can find. In that way, you don't need to try to force a setup, right? Maybe you only trade AU.
Yeah.
What if AU is ranging for a month straight?
Right. Exactly.
Through AU, go see what else is going on. Let the market present the opportunity. But I wholeheartedly agree with what Neo said is when you're learning, you don't want to learn being on all pairs. For me, I focused on UCAD and UJ, and I got a special relationship with them. They're embedded in my brain. So we all gonna kind of, have something that we start with. I kind of lost my thought, but
yeah, because I used to when it got to a point when I was trading AU so much, I was doing good. But like you said, Elwin, it would start to range, consolidate, do all sorts of mess, and I'm like, I can't wait this long, especially when you're trading a funded account. And so all of a sudden, I started trading other pairs, and I'm like, dang, this is better than AU. You know what I'm saying? But that because, like Neo said, my mind, I've seen how the market moved so well in this currency that I started understanding how other currencies move as well, and I was able to add on from there. So,
and just from a sheer information standpoint, you got to think like our brain is a computer, it's a processor. So every time you look at a chart, you have to process information. So if you're looking at 30 charts, that can be a lot of damn info to process, and you could get overload, you get market drunk, right? So you gotta know like how you doing. Like, dang, my mind is all over the place. Maybe I'm just gonna look at this pair today, or so kind of gotta just know where you're at mentally.
Right.
With everything.
Yeah, like you said, 10 pairs is pretty good because I remember I had like 25 plus pairs on there. I'm just like, my brain is killing me right now. I can't trade every break and retest.
Right.
Yeah.
That's it. If you're following a pair all week and you're waiting for your setup, it's less stressful, very less stressful. I mean, I don't know how many I trade. It's got to be 20. Looking at it now, it's got to be about 20, I think. But if you're learning, you've got to go low spread pairs and just stick to 2 pairs. Just get to know the behavior of a certain pair.
Yep. And then it gets fun now because you can just more so, like with me and you, Jonah, we trade, well, Neo would call them imbalances, right? So a lot of time for us to trade the imbalance, we have to wait for that aggressive shift. So we can literally just go on a 4-hour and just look for a shift, right? I mean, there's other structural elements we look for, but when you see it and you're like UCAT last night, I think it was someone else, but we both saw a shift. So we were speculating. And I know Neo actually was like, nah, it's going to go the other way. But that's beside the fact. It was that we saw a certain thing happen in the market. And then we said, okay, we can react to that.
Right. Exactly. I mean, UCAD flew up, came down, retest on a perfect structure, flew up again. Of course, I didn't take that trade. But yeah, it's just like we are reactors, not chasers.
I can't even remember what I put in, to be honest.
For UCAT, I forgot, but it was like after it shifted.
The main you talked about was NZDCAT, and that kind of I mean, it happens. I was still thinking smart. I didn't want to get hit by spreads, but that bad boy shifted up 60 pips. So
it's a right mover that was.
I was so bad. I was like,
good mover. Some really good moves this week. Loads of trading opportunities, and I said that in my group. Tons of trading opportunities. You got to be on the ball. Got to be focused.
You got to be able to see opportunity and take advantage of it. Take the opportunity in life, right? When you maybe
absolutely. I repeat it time and time again in the group. Look, go check. I don't know, EU out. and come back to me and tell me what you see.
Mm-hmm.
And that's putting people on the spot. It's getting them learning. Yeah, getting them. You're seeing it straight away instead of gulping at the screen for half an hour. You know,
And that's fun to me. I love this.
Yeah.
And if mine is wrong and you're like, Elwin, this is pure shit. Fix this. Red marker, DF.
It's like a big puzzle.
Now I got something to work on, which means I'm gonna get better from working on this.
Yeah.
So you gotta humble yourself is the biggest thing. You know, check that ego in. If you I ain't saying you gotta be like, oh, Master Elwin and Master Jonah and Master Neo, thank you, sir. But like, you know, show some respect, say, you know, always humble yourself, be here to help, right? What value can you add? That's our phrase. And that's going to help you propel. And I'm just describing that win life mentality, basically, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. We won like an hour. Did y'all want to talk about anything else? Mike, Jonah, Neo, have anything else to add?
No, I mean, I'll start dropping some charts in your Winlife, actually. Give people some trade ideas, you know, get them to start unraveling the puzzle.
Do it in the premium one though, because we got some scammers and lurkers in the free room. Some drama going on.
Dude.
Oh,
you
that
know,
Market FX guy.
Dude, you know how I feel about lurkers. You know how I feel about lurkers. Ugh.
Look, if I kick all the lurkers, that's gonna be like 80% of the room.
I feel lurkers are people looking for Forex signals. Lurkers.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get in there. You got to get in there. Get dirty, man. Just go for it.
I'll tell you
Express yourself.
They're gonna be broke until they learn.
Yes.
Yep.
That. I think some of mine are broke. Yeah.
Hey, if
they rich in spirit, they gonna
there you
make
go.
it.
But like in the group, I am a bit like vocal, if that's the right words. But I explain why, and I explained my group. It's because I want every single person to succeed. That's all it is.
That's right.
Right.
And if you can make
like
someone
a parent,
succeed,
you want good for your children.
Yeah. You know, we're all a family in that group, as far as I'm concerned.
Y'all my brothers, like y'all are my friends. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
and me. Yeah, same. Absolutely, same. And if you
yeah.
can give people just that little bit of a better life, you know. I mean, one of my students actually said, "Oh, I've done really well this week. I'm going to get on a plane and give you a hug." And I went, "I don't want a hug. I just want you to do well. I'm not interested in hugs. Just keep doing what you're doing, you know." And
Right.
but that was a nice thing. But yeah, got to keep on it. Keep on it.
Yeah, and I just really want, like you said, Neil, I want people to succeed, man. And
yes,
I just think Forex just shows the greed in us in every form, man. We don't understand how greedy we are until we started trading.
I think with Forex, there's some toxic people. Toxic. Yeah. And that's a shame, isn't it? That such a good industry can be full of such toxic kind of people.
Yep. And it's crazy because, like I said, it's greed and power too. Like, people want to look almighty. Like, I mean, not to hate on IML so much, but like when I see a lot of people in IML, especially for a guy who used to be a part of it when I first started out trading, like I still see to this day, like certain people who just have so much, like, you know, they think like they're the king of like trading. Like, I am unstoppable and all that good stuff. Like, dude, like that.
You think they're God?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. What is IML? What is that? Is that some sort of?
Yeah.
Is that a Forex thing?
You said what again?
Is that a Forex thing? Is it then?
It's basically like, you know, a group where they like say, hey, if you add more people to the group, we'll go ahead and, like, you know, pay you, you know, more money. And
it's not a pyramid, it's a triangle.
Yeah.
So so it's full of affiliates and not traders.
I mean, I ain't gonna
but
lie.
affiliates affiliates claiming they're traders.
Right. And there's
Mm.
people in there, like I have friends who are part of it, and they're really good mentors like us. And
Yeah.
like they have a really good drop shipping that I was a part of one time, that if you do it right, you could really make some good money. I mean, I for sure they got some good products. It's just their company is just full of so many people with greed and power, and they will literally rob you and not even tell their own students about it. Like they will say, "Hey, hire me, I'll hire you on," and all of a sudden won't even talk to the people, and they're getting paid just because you're under them. I'm like, dude, that is so messed up, man. You know what
That's
I'm
a
saying?
scheme, and they just prey on people who
Yeah.
just want to make money overnight. You know, prey on minorities, elderly.
Yeah.
And like you said, they got a good drop shipping business, but we trying to trade. We're not trying to drop ship.
Right. That's why I was like, what the heck? Like when I thought about it, I was like, it's good. You know what I'm saying? It's taught me a lot about drop shipping. I could make some good money if I wanted to go back. But at the same time, I realized that's how they get their bread, bro. I mean, 200, 300 something a month. I'm like, sheesh, bro. They getting their bread, bro. They getting their bread.
They're just glorified. They're just glorified salespeople by the sounds of it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they sell that they still sell that harmonic scanner.
Heck yeah.
A what? A what?
I mean,
what the hell is a harmonic? That's like a musical instrument or something, isn't it?
Right. Bro, I can make my own harmonic pattern easy, bro. And I'm like, I don't need your harmonic scanner for an extra $200. Like, what the heck, man? Y'all.
How much? Bloody hell.
It's crazy, bro. Like, Forex is free, man. You can trade this in your room without nobody.
Yeah, that scammer. I don't know if y'all know him, Market FX. He'd be in my room and he'll post his charts with all the crap on it, and then he'll post the P&L next to it. But
Market FX.
Yeah, I guess he was scamming people. And Emmy told me, he's like, bro, kick dude, he's a scammer. I'm like, I'm not gonna kick him. But I joined his room, and then the people in there started messaging me. And I was like, yo, Market FX, you exposed, bro. They was like, oh, he charged us for an indicator, which was already in TradingView for free. And then he taking people money to do their challenge, and then he losing the money or losing the challenge or something. And he just, people are like, yo, where my money at? And then he just kick him out the group and block him and stuff.
Dang, oh, is that same guy? He got tattoos?
I never seen his face. He just got like a green icon, I think.
Okay.
Do you have a contact number? I'm just asking for a friend.
I didn't kick him yet. I'm about to tag him in a group because I wanted him to, speak up. Like 3 of the victims joined. Hey, I'm trying to be open with this. Like I know it's a bunch of groups and wannabe traders and real traders, but we like a small community. Like everyone know everyone. Like you're gonna fuck up your reputation in this business. So
somebody gonna get you, man. Somebody gonna get you.
You can usually tell a scammer a mile off, especially in Forex.
Yeah, it's obvious. It's super obvious.
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
before we go, I just wanted y'all go ahead and tell them about your program briefly and how they could get at you, because I'm sure some students are going to want to learn with you. So Jonah, if you want to kind of tell people a bit.
Yeah. I mean, you can DM me tradersfx@gmail.com if you want to email me from there. I just started the whole new brand. I've been trading for a while. It used to be Unity Builders FX, but like I said, it's FX, excuse me. It's tradersglowfx@gmail.com. So it's tradersglowfx@gmail.com. If you want to be a part of the group, I only charge a one-time thing. Very cheap. I'm not here to try to, get all your money. You don't have to pay monthly. So holler at me there and we can trade together. So.
And my brother Neo.
What he just said. What he said. Yeah, I mean, you can join my group, not a problem. And I'll get you looking at charts in a whole different world, different way. And I think within a couple of weeks, I could get you consistent. I really do believe that, but you got to put the effort in yourself as well, not just me. And I'll just literally drag you by the hair you know, get you up to scratch as soon as possible. But I don't apply any pressure to anyone. If they don't want to join, they don't want to join. You know, I've done a group to, what's the word? Fill my time more than anything, because you know it's a good laugh, isn't it? It's good crack and good banter, speaking to other traders and stuff. It's very lonely trading if you trade by yourself. Very lonely. And I also love to see people doing well. I love it, absolutely love it. So yeah, hit me up. I don't even know what my Telegram is. I think it's Discipline Trader 11 or something.
That's it, Discipline Trader 11. Yeah,
send me a message and I'll speak to you. But yeah, I show people trade ideas. There's a couple of signals in there. I don't like dropping too much, if that makes sense, because I feel people are not learning that way. But come in, you'll enjoy it. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. I mean, I wish I could show you through the group, because there's so many trades that people have took this week. It's fantastic. It's really good.
If you want to share it in the Winlife community, like just post them, because people be in there, they lurking, but trust me, they see it, they're going to be trying to message you like usual.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But you know what? It's a small fee that I'll charge, just like my man here.
I'm sure they're going to blow that on a challenge anyway. They might as well come learn.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. Instead of buying a challenge, come and learn with us lot, you know, and then go and get your challenge. Or I know FTMO do demos, so you could come and join any one of us and do the demo. Keep doing the demo. Keep doing the demo until you consistently pass.
Yeah, because life not going to let you skip any steps. It's going to keep taking you back to that same level till you can beat it. You're not going to cheat anybody with yourself. But I learned the hard way.
It's up to that person to get off their backside and go, I really, really want this. Really want this. And then it's up to you then. You're in the driving seat, you know? It depends how badly you want it.
That's right.
But I can't have lurkers in my group, unfortunately. So if you think you want to come in the group and just take signals, can't do that. Can't.
Not in any of these groups. We're
we're
building teams. We're trying to build a championship team. So we might draft you to the team, but you got to train.
Exactly. We're like the Premier League. Yeah. Premier League in the UK for football. We're like the Premier, the best.
But we practice every day. We don't say, oh, I won the cup, I'm done. No, we in the lab every day. Me and Emmy are talking about we're gonna back test tomorrow. Like it's always something.
How well has Emmy come along? Absolutely amazing. Amazing.
I'm learning from Emmy, man.
Yeah. I'm so choked for him. Brilliant.
If anyone deserves it, it's that guy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's such a nice person, deserves it. And he's been battling Forex for quite some time, hasn't he? And I really hope he's nearly there, isn't he, with his funded account now? I so want him to get his funded account. You know what I mean? I want him to, I said to him, when you get your funded account, make sure, you know, you treat yourself to something on your first payout. And everyone should do that as traders. Just treat yourself. It could be that small, it could be that big, don't matter. And you'll make yourself feel, fantastic. Definitely do that. Treat yourself. I have.
I wanted to share something right quick. Sorry, Elwin, I forgot Neo did a really good job sharing what he did.
We got all day.
Okay, cool. In the group, guys, if you want to, join the group, of course, me and Elwin, we're like the same, trader, we trade similar. We definitely call out the analysis and everything. We'll post them in the chat group. But, I do put videos out there, especially if you're not, joining the live sessions with us. But one thing I do challenge my traders is to learn, you know what I'm saying? So you start losing, don't start blaming, the mentor or anything. Just like literally blame yourself because you don't want to learn. You really want to, if you want to take signals, all right, go somewhere else and, buy signal groups. You know what I'm saying? It's just that easy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I send out analysis and you can freely take those analysis. You might be a winner, but if you're going to take that, ask yourself this question: why, is Jonah looking at the market this way? And so like, I love the fact that my students will come out and ask me questions, like DM me and say, hey, I'm having this trouble, trading XYZ. Can you help me, back test this strategy? Like, guys, I'm here to help you learn something because you don't need me. I'm trying to get you to a place where you don't need to be looking at what I have to say or the setups that, I'm taking. Like, I want you to be taking setups yourself. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, like Elwin said, like I was under him, and now look, now I'm learning Forex, in a whole different light, and excuse me, not learning, but teaching, Forex in a whole different light. So, if you come to this group, it's going to be, a game changer for you. And you're going to receive transparency, because I lose too. I want you to know transparency. None of us in this group is, masters at Forex. Neil might be traded. He might win more than me. Elwin might win more than me. But at the end of the day, as long as we're all successful in like trading, that's all that matters.
But we all bleed. We all bleed, bro. We all lose.
We all bleed and we all lose. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and also like, his name was Todd Trillionaire. You know what I'm talking about, Elwin.
That's the homie.
That's the homie, bro. Like,
yeah, I mean.
Yeah, like, bro, like my trading really came from him. Still, like to this day, like I trade like him. It's just like I have like put my own strategy on top of his strategy. But it's like when I went live with him, man, he told me something that really put me back in order. He was like, what you should do, bro. He said, before you even start mentoring people, get yourself in order first, and then you start teaching. And bro, ever since then, bro, it's been a different way for me. So that's all I just want to say.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mike, you got anything to add before we get up out of here, brother? Hey, Mike,
this
Mike
is fire.
in the room.
Hey, sorry, Mike. We've been
No, this is good. This is good. I absolutely love it. I just want to toss my 2 cents. I'm gonna backtrack to toxic people and toxic friends. So I've been in the US for 15 years, and I worked for 3 different very large corporations. And being an immigrant, I was desperate to make some friends because I literally had like 0. So I can tell you that toxic people are everywhere. I mean, it doesn't matter how high they are, how much money they have, how old they are, what color they are. It just doesn't matter. They are everywhere. And right now we live in times that you cannot afford to hang on to toxic people and let them drag you down. You just ruthlessly have to cut the fat. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to grow and you feel like you're in a swamp and everyone else is just not your speed, just cut them. There's more people up, like, way ahead of you, like, get to their speed. And right at the pandemic, and this just kind of like the stars aligned, but like I cut like 95% of the people I called friends. You know what I mean? Because like there's no way, in order to get out of the rat wheel.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta do something drastic.
Yeah.
So
well, then toxic people just bring you down, don't they?
Absolutely.
Keep bringing you down. So you got to get rid of it. Shoom,
even if it's your family, even if it's your own grandma.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That one is hard. If it's family, that's really tough.
But yeah, very
if you're not related to them, just ruthless. Yeah, exactly. Cut the fat, move on. Trust me, there's more people up ahead.
Oh yeah, good people as well. Good people.
And Like, look, in my regular everyday life, people are like, oh, you do that Forex stuff, or oh man, what you be doing on the markets? I want to, like, yeah, man. If I start talking, oh, BOS, higher time frame, blah, blah, blah. Like, huh? Like we literally speak a different language, you know? So it's cool to have y'all to like know what the hell I'm saying. Excuse my friend, just be around. So yeah, blessings, Mike. You have sometimes got to make room for the new people in your life anyway. So yep, my friends are millionaires, so I'm gonna be a millionaire real soon.
Yep. And it doesn't matter like how long it takes you to get there. You know, shoot, be glad with $10,000. You get I don't care if you got a 200K account, 300K account, you get a $1,000 withdrawal. Be okay with $1,000 because when you multiply your blessings, boy. I'm telling you what, boy, you gonna, like I said, you know, you're on your way to, you know, financial freedom, man, in a whole different light.
Yeah. You speaking truth, bro. Speaking about how the world works, how energy works, how God works. So gratitude, practice. I'm guilty of not being grateful all the time. So remember, just be grateful for what you got and more gonna come. And just truly be grateful. Don't be grateful so you get more. Just be grateful for what you got.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and end it there. I appreciate our guests, Jonah, Neo, and my co-host Mike V. Thank you, everyone who dropped in. We're gonna keep doing these, and we'll see you Monday.
Yes, sir.
Peace out. Have a great weekend.
See you later.
Thank you, guys.
See ya.